If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. Our live audience today looking sharp from the Hampton Roads Committee of 200 plus men. Coming up later, we're going to find about the upcoming Scholars Breakfast and how you can take part and celebrate success.
Rows and rows of onions planted and ready to grow. These volunteers put them in the ground. I'm Cheryl Tan. I'll tell you how they're helping local farmers and themselves.
Plus, it is Baby Week on the Hampton Roads Show. Today, we are talking with pediatrician Robert Lehman, and Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina is in the kitchen today making an Outer Banks local favorite.
We love it when Chef Wes is here. Good morning, everybody, on a Wednesday here in Hampton Roads. Another beautiful day in the town center.
It's and then there were two. People are probably wondering,
where is Carrie?
I don't know. She's on day one, of course, of her 5-day 70-mile walk across Hampton Roads. We're going to talk to her later on in the show.
She's got those walking shoes out, and she's doing it for the babies.
That? Yeah.
I don't know if she walks like that, but I have some advice for her.
What is that?
Put one step in front of the other. Simple as that.
Simple as that, huh?
Yeah, and look both ways before you cross the street.
Definitely.
I mean,
you know, they started in Williamsburg. I remember last year when I started, we drove by, we were coming back from a story, and we saw her, so we did the little honk. Hey, Gary.
She and Jimmy Ray out there doing a long walk for them. I wonder if she got ready for this. I wonder if she trained.
I'm sure. She beat us in the Tides inning games.
She's very competitive.
She won the hot sauce race.
Theory. She is a very competitive one.
Man, I need to step my game up.
Yeah. All right, so we got a couple hot topics this morning. We got a really hot one, of course. Not a big surprise, but it was announced last night that the Virginia Beach City Council, they voted 10-1 in favor of putting the question on the ballot, the November 6th ballot of the referendum, asking quite simple, should the City Council adopt an ordinance approving the use of all reasonable efforts to support the financing and development of the light rail into Virginia Beach? They want the taxpayers of Virginia Beach to weigh in on the question, are you in favor or are you not in favor of bringing the light rail to Virginia Beach? And a lot of people are very much in favor of it.
Yeah, I mean, because what stops Newtown Road, I've ridden the Tide several times. I mean, it's very economical, it saves time, but also I could see the other side, residents in Virginia Beach maybe wanting to know if that would cost them, you know, people a lot to put dollar signs behind it.
It's going to cost. I mean, the study doesn't come out until next year, but some estimates are it's going to cost $250 million to take it to Town Center, $800 million to take it to the oceanfront, $800 million to extend it all the way to the oceanfront. I think it's only a matter of time before it does happen. The question is whether it happens now or later. They did do, they asked the residents of Virginia Beach back in 1999 on a question whether or not they were in favor of it, and 56% of the voters said no.
Really?
And
more than
44% said yes. But that was in 99.
Yeah, I was going to say, times have definitely changed, you know, and you can just imagine anyone who's taken that ride to the oceanfront. I mean, how convenient would it be to just pop on light rail and zoom down to the beach?
I think it helps a lot of people in Virginia Beach and Norfolk to get back and forth to the oceanfront and down the city of Norfolk. But
even work too, you know, drops them off right down here in downtown Norfolk. So it'll be interesting to see the turnout on that.
And there is a rail in place, pretty much, and they do want to do it in the November ballot because of a high voter turnout.
Right.
So
the election and everything.
There it is, and we want to know your thoughts.
Yeah,
we've asked before, we're asking again, are you in favor of taking it all the way to the oceanfront?
All right, well, first hot topic down. Second one, of course, it has to be about babies, because it is Baby Week here on the Hampton Roads Show. So today's Baby Week topic is, for those of you that are parents and for those of you that will become parents, did you or do you want to find out the sex of your baby? So you're pregnant. Is it like you want it to be a huge surprise? Oh, it's a girl or it's a boy. Or are you just like a lot of those folks out there who are like, nope, I need to know because I need to get the nursery going. I need to know a name. Did you guys find out with the boys?
We did with our first, Cameron. We found out. We got the ultrasound, and there it was.
What was that moment like?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was extremely cool. But for Casey, we didn't find out. So, and even that was even actually more exciting because we had no idea.
You weren't like...
It was the great mystery. We were like, what, is it going to be boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boom, boy.
So did you have a girl name picked out just in case?
We kind of went with the neutral name, Casey. It was going to be Casey regardless.
But so like I mean, the clothes and everything is.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of hand-me-downs ready.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I preferred it both ways. It was kind of neat. You know, I mean, it's, you know, you're going to have to cross that bridge one day.
Well, yeah, one day.
One day you're going to cross that bridge.
No, I would want to know. I would want to know the
Most
anticipation.
people they say it's 50-50 whether people finding out or
I
not.
guess maybe for my first, definitely, I would want to know, and then, you know, if I have a second child, I might make it a surprise. I don't know. It may be different for the mom. You know, if Carrie was here, she could chime in on the mom, but, you know, I don't know. I think it could go either way, but me personally, I just want to know so I can have the name ready, the nursery ready.
It's, you know, it's still
and
a
then
big surprise
talk to the baby in the belly.
You do sort of, you know, bond a little earlier if you do know what it is.
Yeah.
But
it could be a big surprise.
one day you're going to cross that bridge,
Secrets,
Ariane.
don't knock on some wood around here. Or if you have twins, there you go.
Yeah.
What about that?
I know. Well, there's all these wives' tales out there, too, that, you know, how you can find out, or most women feel they know. But
like if you eat a certain type of food, like dairy, I think they say if you eat a lot of dairy, you get a girl.
Or if it's hanging low, it's a boy. Hanging high, it's a girl. I mean, I don't know.
Stephanie is giving you the side.
What do I know?
Like, what?
I'm just a man.
All right. Well, those are our hot topics. Light rail, going to Virginia Beach, and finding out the sex of your baby for Baby Week. Of course, you can join in on the conversation on our Facebook page. Or, hey, tell your friends. Follow us on Twitter.
That's right. We're being very gender specific today.
At HR_show.
All right. How's it going?
You just came in like you have a comment. So what is it?
We're going to start combining topics from now on to save time. So
Okay.
today's topic is finding out the sex of your baby while riding the light rail. So we're going to try and merge the two together. So we're
right.
going to
We'll put it on a
there's
referendum.
computer in the light rail, and you can just get on there and scan your.
As you walk in, it scans you and.
There you go. We just do kind of like Star Trek, so it would be great.
Did you guys find out the sex
Yes, we
of the
did.
baby?
Both babies. We're planners, so we planned everything out. We wanted to know. Hopefully, you know, we were hoping we were right, or the doctor was right, and they were. So that was good. But yeah, we planned everything out.
I know. How about that? The doctor says, "Hey, you're having a boy," and then I've heard that happen. It's a girl.
Yeah, I've had a couple people that happened to. One sports guy in Huntsville. He said, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a girl," and it came out a boy.
Well, I think they make the mistake more if they're saying it's a girl, but actually it's a boy. I don't think if they say it's a boy, but it's a girl. I mean, I think there's a reason why it's easier to find out.
And moving on to what?
I mean, but you know, I mean, it was exciting both times when you found out.
It was, yeah, it's exciting. You know, I mean, yeah, it was exciting for us when we found out right away.
Nice. Well, this forecast is pretty exciting.
It is. Yeah, very nice weather out there. Great weather for going on walks. You know, take the jogging stroller with the little one, and there you go. 70 for the high today. Lots of sunshine. A few places inland might even get to the low 70s. Tomorrow, 80 degrees. Nice warm weather. Won't rain the whole day. I'm thinking about the morning through the late morning, and then into the evening hours. We'll see some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms. Highs near 80, though, but then cooler temperatures going into the weekend. Stay tuned on some of those numbers. I keep saying that over and over because there's going to be a boundary sitting close to us. If that boundary changes, let's say 20 miles, not that far meteorologically, it could change those numbers, so stay tuned to that. All right, so let's take a look at the pop quiz for today. And so here it is. We got the 4 clues up, and the first one is a male deer, a bunch of fish eggs, the second clue, a sandy area, and a place on the peninsula. You got to put those together and come up with the answer.
And guess what today's winner is going to receive? Could you
nice
guess,
sweatshirt?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
An American Idol hoodie, which I am wearing to showcase it. Tune in tonight as the top 6 perform from songs of Queen. That's going to be tonight at 8 o'clock on our sister station, Fox 43. Hey, this is kind of comfortable.
That looks nice.
Stephanie. All right. It has the little holes in the sleeve, so you can text. I'll have to show you that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
look at that. That's cool. All right, over to the kitchen.
And don't forget, if you're a NASCAR fan, make sure to tune in tomorrow and every Thursday in April. You'll win a pair of tickets to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series 400 coming to the Richmond International Raceway this Saturday, April 28th. It's the thrill of NASCAR under the lights and a winning experience for any NASCAR fan. And we're in the kitchen this morning with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. First, are you a NASCAR fan?
No, I'm not.
You're not? But
no,
you've seen it before. They go round and round?
Round and round. I'm not a big car guy.
Yeah, they go round and round, just like you getting on the car to come up here and cook for us. So what are you cooking this morning, Wes?
Well, we're gonna cook up some Outer Banks locals today. Well, they
locals?
Actually,
where do you find them?
On the Outer Banks. They're like in Kitty Hawk. Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do little soft shell crabs.
It's a big reveal.
Yes, they are alive.
They are alive, and you know what? I think we're gonna have Ariane hold one of these babies.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yes,
there we go.
Smell them. They smell good, don't they?
Get to my belly. Love soft shell crab.
And we're also going to do a little avocado today. So, which is not an Outer Banks local, but it's a visitor. You know, we treat our visitors like locals.
We like to mix locals and visitors. And what is this?
That's for you, Chris.
What are you
That's
saying?
for the next segment. I'm saying
Okay,
you're
I
going to
think
need
he's
a
gonna
little.
put me to work.
You're going to need some protection. But we're going to do a little soft shells today, and spring is the time.
All right, Softies on the Hampton Road Show. We'll get started in a minute.
All right. Still ahead on the Hampton Road Show, Bayport Credit Union strives to provide exceptional service. Coming up, we're going to hear from one of its members about how the credit union went above and beyond the call of duty. But first, what is a crop mob? Cheryl Tan has the answer on this week's What's Your Problem? Stay with us.
We're back in the kitchen with Chef Wes Depp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. He's making a tasty feast featuring fresh avocados and soft shell crab. Avocados, soft shell, what a great combination, Wes.
Yes, it is. But yesterday, the first thing I had to do is I had to go down to the shedding operations down in Kitty Hawk. Bo Pruitt and her husband. One thing about shedding soft shells is this time of year is when they molt. And so basically it's males and females. And basically they're pulling out of their shell, and that's when they're becoming a larger soft shell. But it is for the families that do the crabbing, stuff like that down on the Outer Banks. It's a 24-hour-a-day job. It's mom, dad, kids, friends, everyone, because they got to be watched 24/7.
The peelers.
The peelers, so that you can tell. What happens is when the crabber gets the crabs, which are hard shells, coming out of the water, they look at the back fin. On the back fin, you can tell by the lines that are on there how close they are to getting ready to molt. Then they put them in the shedding operations. They let the water, they simulate the sound, and basically they have to keep an eye on them all the time. Because when these things start pulling out, another crab will come up and just pinch them and kill them immediately.
And apparently it's around the full moon, too.
It is also around the full moon.
And you can tell, you can look at the bottom and tell, too.
The apron, this shows that it's a female.
Yep.
When it's the large apron, this is also a female. And this is also a female, but the male will be tighter in the center.
Right.
And the other thing is when you're buying soft shell crabs, you don't want to buy them generally. You want to see them. They're buying from a local seafood market, you know, like Carawan is right down there across the bridge. They sell great soft shells, and they're alive. Now, you can tell from them being alive because you don't know when they're dead if you buy them already dead. Here you go, sir. And now, if they are alive and you got to clean them, there's some really particular things. These are all live soft shells. Go ahead, take it. Okay. Cleaning of a soft shell is very simple, okay? First thing you got to do is you got to cut right across the face. Basically, face off. Got it?
Got it.
My scissors are dull.
You don't want to look them in the eye.
No, well, it definitely impairs their vision. Second is there's lungs on each side. Now that's
so
also,
you want to take the back off?
Nope. You want to take the flap up from one side.
Flap off.
It's 4 cuts, and then take the flap up from the other side. And these lungs, you have to get rid of these lungs. That's what they call the dead man, which is also. You're making a mess in my pan, Chris.
I know. Well,
oh, Lord have mercy. All right, now, and then the back, and the final cut is the back flap. You want to take that back flap off. Now, you've got a clean soft shell. I don't know if the camera can get it or not, but there's a lot of green right here. Now, in a lobster, someone said they cleaned a Carry on, that face. What's up with that face?
Sorry.
I think she's in shock. All right, so basically that green right there is a gourmet's delight to some people. Some people don't like it.
Not me.
It is baby week, so this looks sort of like baby food or something. If you don't like it, basically you can just pull it out, run it under a little bit of cold water. You can take that out, but it's known as the butter of the soft shell. So a lot of people accent the flavor. So basically what we've done is we've just cleaned the soft shell. Now it's imperative that you cut the face off, cut the lungs out, and you cut that back flap off. Because if you eat any of it, man, you mutilate.
I know. I've destroyed this guy, but he's going to taste
destroyed
delicious.
the soft shell. But anyway, I will make it work. So anyway, that's sort of the process of taking them from the shedder, taking them back to your place, and then our second segment is I'll show you how to cook them. And what we're going to do is a pan sautéed soft shell, a little bit different than the deep fried mess that everybody gets, generally speaking.
You know, this is the time of year for soft shells, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, well, there is only about a month, 30 days, 2 weeks for the old mutilated soft shell. And basically, this is the prime time. They're really coming into season. I was down there picking them up yesterday, and these crabbers and these people that do it locally down there, they work their tails off.
Yeah, no, they do.
The season comes hard, fast, and furious. But I tell you what, we reap the benefits.
You know what? I love the soft shell crab, and Ariane, I can't wait to see her eat one.
I'm going to have her clean one during the middle of the segment.
Look at that. Backs on.
It's sort of like that Alaskan thing.
Backs off. Backs on. Backs off. Backs on. right, we're having fun with
You
the
are
crab
one
before,
sick
guys.
individual, Chris.
No, I mean, you know what? I mean, it is sushi, right?
Go ahead, buddy, if you want to do it. There is some demonic pleasure coming.
All right, listen, we're done with the guys. We're having a little fun with the soft shell, and we're going to be back in a few minutes to cook this baby up.
I got to clean up. All right.
That's why Chris is in the kitchen, I'm on the couch. All right, well, you've heard the old saying, many hands make light work. That saying really applies on the farm, and you have the chance to be a farmer for a day. Cheryl Tan has more on the volunteer program that gives back in today's What's Your Problem?
Quite a bit of work is involved when you're cultivating almost 6 acres of land.
Right down those streets right there. So,
Right in the, all three?
yeah.
An extra set of hands, or in this case, 9, is a huge help.
Those have already been soaked and they're ready to go.
Farmer Danny Byram welcomes the Tidewater Crop Mob, an all-volunteer group, to his farm in Carrollton, and they're ready to get to work.
It's the Tidewater Crop Mob, and they come out to help. Basically, they help all farmers, but they have helped me. This is about the 3rd or 4th time, I guess, that they've been out here and worked out here for me.
We planted all of his tomatoes, all of his eggplants last May in that field over there. It's great to be able to help him.
Today it's the onions' turn.
All I'm doing is getting everything wet and so that they come apart good and it gives them a good start. Leeks have got a little small bulb, and then the white part of it up there grows high, and the deeper you put it, the more of that edible part you've got. So it's a much better leaf.
You guys are doing a really good job.
Yeah, it's good fun work on a beautiful day.
From the planting to the plate, Byram is focused on producing good food. He doesn't use chemicals or pesticides, and he takes part in community-supported agriculture, meaning customers can buy shares in his harvest. The entire process takes time, something he saves with some helping hands.
You know, we've been here for just a few minutes, and already I'm seeing a string of green. That's got to be pretty cool for you to see that.
Very much, very much, because what you see, already what they planted would have taken me till lunchtime to have done.
He's all by himself. This would take forever for him to do on his own.
The farmers benefit, certainly. Look at the rows and rows of onions planted in such a short amount of time, but the volunteers, they benefit as well.
Every time the farmer talks, if Danny's saying something, I'm listening, my ears perked up.
Ben Stacy is trying to learn all he can. He's planning to perhaps one day follow in Byram's footsteps. He's spending time in the perfect classroom.
One of the main things I think is very important is that we know where our food comes from. Everybody wants to get into health and dieting and all that stuff, but where it starts is, where does our food come from?
Why did you put the group together, Tidewater Crop Mob?
Well, I wanted to contribute and help out the local farmers, not just monetarily. I don't want to just buy their food. I want to learn. He's a great teacher. He's taught me a lot about keeping this kind of soil healthy and a way to grow all natural.
They're beautiful.
They're volunteers now, but at some point they're also customers. And together with the farmers, they're collaborators in all natural eating.
So if this is your 3rd year, then you've seen seasons of food where the things that you've bought could have been food that you planted.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, I go to the farmer's market and see Danny Byram and Danny Christmas and see what they're selling. I was like, oh, I planted that. It's always good fun.
And on Sunday, May 20th, the Tidewater Crop Mob is going to be traveling to Zuni to visit the Broken Arrows Farm, and the group is looking for volunteers. No experience is necessary. You can catch them on Facebook, and we're going to link that to our website, thehamptonroadshow.com. Let's talk about this crab situation here that just happened. Like, what just went down?
What are you talking about?
And you always put me on blast, Chris, saying that I'm going to come in the kitchen and cut crabs. Soft cells, right?
Soft cells. No, you don't have to come in and cut them. I just want to see you eat them.
Eat them?
Yes.
They're still alive.
Well, no, not in a few minutes.
Oh.
Look at that. Bread that baby up.
All right,
you know,
well,
I felt like I was back in science class doing a dissection.
Let's talk baby gender and wanting to know the gender of your baby. You guys said you found out for the first one, not for the second one.
I'm curious about Carrie Fury, how she found out, did she?
Do we have Carrie?
Do we have Carrie?
We do.
Dialing Carrie. Carrie, how we doing today?
We're doing good, man. You guys, it is a beautiful day. We started our walk for babies at 7 o'clock. We've got almost 5 miles under our belt. We just crossed from James City County into Newport News. And it looks like, Jimmy and I, we're out here doing something good for the March of Dimes, but it looks like we're in big trouble because we have 3 police cruisers and 4 police motorcycles escorting us down Route 143.
You're like
so
the president.
Cool.
You're like the president.
I'm telling you what, except he probably doesn't have to walk 70 miles if he wants to go 70 miles. But we're happy to do it, you guys. The March Times does so much good work to make sure every baby gets a healthy start.
Yeah, great work out there, by the way, for you and Jimmy Ray.
Are you literally walking and talking right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you
so
know what else?
What?
I'm chewing gum. So,
chewing gum, walking and talking?
I stuffed it to the side to talk to you, but I'm that coordinated area.
Okay, well, Carrie, really quick, chime in on our hot topic. Did you find out the genders of your babies? Go.
Oh, we did not find out, and it made me crazy. I really wanted to know, and Kevin didn't, but I eventually agreed with him, and it was kind of fun to not find out. But we were so convinced Sammy was going to be a girl for no real reason, and then he was a boy, and then my pregnancy with Jenny was just like with Sam, so I thought another boy was coming, and then she was a girl, so it was a big surprise either way.
See?
You know what else?
What's that?
I just found out a couple days ago that I'm going to be an auntie.
Ah.
My brother and his wife are having a baby, so it's like babies everywhere.
For a second, it almost sounded like...
Do this.
It almost sounded
like
something
you know what else? You know what else?
Yep.
I just found out that.
All right, Carrie, we're going to check in with you, of course, for the rest of the weekend. Good luck out there. Be safe.
One foot in front of the other.
I'll be here at this number for the next 70 miles.
How cool was that?
That is very cool. Good for Carrie and Jimmy Ray. The 2012 March for Babies, Sunday, April 29th. Registration 8 a.m. Walk starts at 9 a.m. Virginia Beach Oceanfront, 24th Street Park. Find out more about the March for Babies and join the Wavy team. Get out there and support Carrie and Jimmy Ray. Go to wavy.com for more details.
Sounds good. All right, well, straight ahead, a few miles down the road from where Carrie and Jimmy started walking today is this week's postcard from Hampton Roads, and it is one you really ought to see.
Ought to see. And don't forget our pop quiz. Today's winner will receive an American Idol hoodie. Just log on to hamptonroadshow.com and click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of your screen. Good luck.
Welcome back, everyone. Our live audience today is from the Hampton Roads Committee of 200+ men, and coming up is their signature event, the Scholars Breakfast, honoring the hard work and perseverance of young African-American men in Hampton Roads high schools. Here now to tell us more about the event and how you can get involved is committee chairman Gerald Tyler. Gerald, thank you for being here, and all of you this morning on the Hampton Roads Show.
Well, thank you, Chairman of the Publicity Committee. It's our pleasure to be here.
Well, I must say you guys are looking sharp as ever, as usual. You guys were here last year, too.
We were, thanks to you all.
Well, tell me about the Scholars Breakfast, how people can still get involved and what it's all about.
Well, first, if I may lead in this way, 15 years, this is our 15th annual, we have honored over 6,000 of these high achievers, accumulating grade point averages of 3.0 or better. The colleges and universities in Virginia have awarded these young men over $11 million during that period of time from 1998. And we just thank all of those, including the sponsors that help us to put this signature event on. And so we thank you and others for coming up one more time with this 15th annual. These are high achievers. They deserve what we're doing. Roll out the red carpet, salute them for staying the course, if you will. All of them are not falling through the cracks. They're getting the job done. And so we continue to salute them and put the spotlight on them and wish them well going beyond the high school ranks and into the collegiate ranks as they continue the pursuit of higher education.
Why is it important for you guys to recognize these young men, especially the African-American men, that, you know, for their achievements and what they do and to be successful?
Well, we certainly think so, because depending upon who you may engage in some dialogue with and who you believe, many of them are considered, maybe I should say us, are considered, especially the males, are considered to be endangered species to some extent. A lot of individuals think that they're all doing bad or doing good, or doing not good rather, and that is not the case. And so again, we put this focus on them, those who are achieving at the high levels, those who are going off to colleges and universities, HBCUs, TWIs around the Commonwealth as well as across the nation, and are doing good. So we think it's important to keep that message out there to encourage and to inspire others that are still a little bit younger in middle school and just beginning high school, giving them high school students who can serve as role models to those who are just a little bit younger. So we believe that is encouraging for those others coming behind them to do well as well.
So if a young man is watching at home and he's saying, hey, I want to get involved in that, what does he need to do?
Well, continue to do good in high school. They can go to our website. Lots more information is at our website, www.hr200plus, the plus is spelled out, .org, and find out more information about the kinds of things that we do, and especially this particular event, which today remains our signature event over these past 15 years, and so they can follow up that way.
All right, well, it's great for what you guys do. Of course, the Scholars Breakfast is coming up Saturday. That's going to be May 19th at 9 o'clock. Virginia Beach Convention Center. Of course, for more information, HR200plusmen, that's spelled out, .org. Just give them a call, 455-9260. Thank you all for being here. And best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
That is a sharp-dressed audience. Well, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show, Bayport Credit Union is all about giving back. And coming up, you'll hear a testimonial about one of its members about his experience with first-class service.
So that at birth, so that they know how big the stomach size is.
Hampton Road Show, from bottles to burping, keeping babies nourished will keep them growing. And joining us now is Dr. Robert Lehman, a pediatrician with Pediatric Affiliates of Hampton Roads, with what you need to know about feeding a newborn. Welcome to the Hampton Road Show.
Thank you.
Is it not as simple as opening mouth, inserting?
I wish it was that easy. That's the majority of the calls we get, actually. When you first have a newborn baby, it's very, very easy for parents to want to feed a child at every time. If a child cries, a lot of parents use the crying as an impetus to feed the child, and they may end up overfeeding a child. I did bring something to show the stomach sizes of children.
Which is really amazing. Please show this to us.
And this shows actually here the stomach size of a newborn infant, the stomach size of a child at 3 days, and the stomach size at 10 days of life. And obviously parents try to use ounces in, for some parents, as a impetus to show how good a parent they are. So many parents that see that they give 2 ounces to a kid find out another parent gives 4 ounces, they want to up it to that, and this also can lead to pediatric obesity early in life.
So you don't want to stick with the Joneses. You want to just make sure that the child's getting enough. Well, how do you know when it's enough?
Well, here's the thing. When you first have a child and they're born, there is a 10% allowable weight loss in the first 2 weeks of life.
Okay.
So a parent many times who may be wanting to breastfeed or even bottle feed tries to overfeed their child when they find out their child is initially losing weight. Pediatricians will allow a child to lose 10% and not even bat an eye. We will, if they get below 10%, want to get some blood work to make sure that they don't have an issue with electrolytes or dehydration. But parents do need to know that they can have that initial decrease.
All right, real quickly, breast or bottle? Of course, everyone prefers breast.
I think every pediatrician would underscore that.
Yeah.
Breastfeeding is the way to go. Remember that formulas are trying to emulate breast milk, and that is the standard by which we should feed our children. You know, humans are the only animals that give milk from a different species to our offspring. So all formulas are trying to emulate breast milk.
Okay, so of course, if you can, you want to stick with breast milk. If not, bottle's okay. What other messages would you like to get across to moms with new babies?
Well, I believe that parents also need to know that mixing a formula, if they are using formula, they need to mix it just as they should.
Right.
Sometimes parents will try to stretch formula out by adding more water.
Sure.
We don't want them to do that. Do not give any juices to children. Juices will only give them fruit sugar. It doesn't give them any nutrition. They can become anemic, and it doesn't give them the nutrition that they actually need.
That's great advice from Dr. Robert Lehman. If you have any more questions at all at any point in a child's life, contact pediatric affiliates of Hampton Roads at 200 Grayson Road in Virginia Beach, or call them at 473-3200, or look them up online at docforkids.com. Dr. Robert Lehman, great advice. And anything else you want to pass on to new moms out there?
Just talk with your pediatrician, because we're the experts to help you with your newborn baby.
And it gets started well before birth, doesn't it?
It does. There's actually some studies to show that what a mother eats while she's carrying her infant does influence the child with how they want to eat later on in life. I find that fascinating.
Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Well, Bayport Credit Union is more than just a financial institution for its members. It's become their mission to deliver exceptional service. Just listen to this testimonial from a member. He is one of many who experienced it firsthand. Bayport Credit Union is big on giving back and being involved in the community, but they're also big on making its members feel like family. I'm here with Anthony Torian. He's been a member with Bayport for 3 years. Anthony, tell me about your experience with Bayport Credit Union.
Bayport Credit Union has been a lifesaver in many hardship situations. I came in with an issue with my heating and air conditioning unit, and the individuals that was going to do it was actually charged me too much, really. But then the next day, because we had to get the loan approved, my transmission actually went out. I didn't have a car.
Really?
So they went to the loan officer and explained to my situation the next day. I said, I really don't need the money for the heating and air conditioning. I need my transportation. And so they took care of that issue, that particular problem I had. And then the next day, one of the loan officers called me and said, I have some good news for you. And they told me that my heating and air conditioning unit was actually going to be looked at or fixed.
Yes, I do remember Mr. Torin. He came in with several issues, and we were able to resolve them all.
And a day later, she contacted probably a member or someone in their family that they dealt with heating and air conditioning unit. His name was Tommy Gardner. He came out the next day and took care of that air conditioning problem. And Bayport Credit Union, along with them, took care of my hardship situation.
So how did you feel when you got that phone call that Bayport had gone above and beyond to help you out?
Oh man, it felt like God sent an angel. Just elated. I was just elated and felt like the credit union gave me first-class service and really took care of my issues.
So what would you say to someone out there who is thinking about becoming a member?
I would say Bayport Credit Union is awesome.
We do first-class service, and we call it the Bayport Way.
And of course, for more information about Bayport Credit Union, you can stop by any of the 14 locations across Hampton Roads or just visit their website, bayportcu.org.
So much good for the community.
Yes, love to hear the testimonials.
Way to go, Bayport.
All right, in the Buzz Center, what are we buzzing about?
We are buzzing about gender, whether you find it or not, and are you in favor of sending the light rail to the Virginia Beach oceanfront?
Yes, and why do these soft shell crabs keep inching closer to us?
I don't know.
Is there any reason for that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. You know, they are crabs and they do get around. They're very quick.
They just jumped from the counter and crawled. What? Look, it's still moving. It's in the batter. Oh, man. I don't know. Pete found one.
You know, Pete loves all things seafood, and so will you.
So, okay, so baby week. Of course, all week we went out to go talk to some moms, and we asked a lot of parents, did they find out the sex of their baby? And here's what some of them had to say. Check it out.
We had toyed with the idea of not knowing for a little while, but we just, nowadays everything's so, one or the other. There's not a lot of unisex things, so we just decided to go ahead and find out.
With the first one, we didn't, and we had a lot of fun not knowing because people wanted to know, and it was fun to deny them that. The second one, we wanted to know because we wanted to know if we could get rid of our stuff, but since we had 2 girls, it was good to know that we needed to keep everything.
No surprises. I wanted to know so I can be prepared. And my first one was a boy, my second one was a boy, so I was happy to know that I didn't have to go and buy anything pink and I would keep everything blue. So
I wanted it to be a surprise. As an adult, there really are no more great surprises left, so I did not want to know if it was a boy or a girl.
I think if we have any more, I think we don't want to know because it'll be our last one. But with everyone else, we wanted to know.
It is a personal decision and a truly great surprise. And another surprise is the Virginia Beach City Council voted 10-1 in favor of putting a referendum on the November ballot, asking the taxpayers of Virginia Beach whether they're in favor of bringing the tide to Virginia Beach. And we're asking you this morning, what do you think?
Yes, Cosette says for it should have already been done years ago. Mike B says, I think it would be great. It sure would help when there are events at the beach and there is no parking. Garland Langhorn says, makes sense. They should expand it all over the 757. Shannon Thompson says, this is a no-brainer. Sandy Ott, it would be a win-win for all. I would love to see light rail go other places also. For rail work, you need to go to a lot of places. Dawn says, at a time like this when the schools need money, I think the money could be used a little bit more wisely.
Well, it also contingent on federal funding, so the federal government has to kick in.
All right, well, thanks for sending us your comments.
All right, straight ahead, we'll check in with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina to see how he is doing on his soft shell fiesta. Yummy. Welcome back to the Hampton Road Show, everybody. We're back in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. He's making a tasty feast featuring fresh avocados and soft shell crab. All right, Wes, we got a lot to get to, so take it away.
All right. Basically, what we got is the soft shell. Now, a lot of people get them fried. If you're going to do them at home, let the restaurants fry them. They've got the deep fryers. Basically, I just got a little bit of olive oil. I'll let my skillet get hot like we always do. I got, what I did is just a self-rising flour, chili powder, kosher salt, cracked pepper. Really simple. Not a batter, not anything you don't already have in your kitchen. Now, do you hear that pop?
It's popping.
Okay, it's because it's got water caught in it, and when it acts to the grease, it'll pop. So it's like popcorn, and if it will pop in your eye, it hurts like heck. Okay, so I got it covered. So basically, we're letting that pan saute. I'm going to hit it with a few veggies. I got a little poblano pepper because it's sort of a southwestern dish. A little kosher salt and cracked pepper. Little sweet red pepper.
Yeah, you weren't lying, man.
I don't joke around, dude.
Ow!
You know what? Arion, give him a Purple Heart. The soft shell got him. That was the one
he's fighting back.
Yeah. I got some tequila there. Basically, a little cilantro. Now, the other thing that I'm trying to promote down here is a lot of different stuff that we got on my mirror today, my presentation. The spinach came out of my father's garden in Currituck.
Right.
Okay.
Wow, cool.
I'm getting the vegetables and the produce as much as I can, seasonally, as local as I can at the Red Sky. We're going to make this avocado, which of course isn't local, but like I said, we treat visitors like locals, so we're going to cut this sucker too.
Take a knife to that visitor?
Yep.
Very nice.
Get the pit out with the knife.
Well done.
Basically, I'm just scooping that out, and what we're going to do is, this is kind of healthy, which ties into what I'm doing on Sunday.
You have a healthy cooking class, right?
Exactly. I got a healthy cooking class at the Outer Banks Sports Club in Nags Head, and it's open to the public, and basically I've done this bodybuilder's diet for the last 12 weeks. but I can't eat boring food, so I made it taste good.
Well,
So basically, we got salsa. If you want to learn how to eat healthy, lose some weight, get healthy, and do it with fun, kosher salt. Now this is jumbo lump crab meat. This is caught from Madame Mesquite. That's why the green top lid is still out there.
Right.
Madame Mesquite is a little bit inland. I got it at a local seafood dealer down there. I got a little pico de gallo. It's got a little fresh tomatoes, onions, olive oil in there. Basically, that's going to be the topper. See how quick and easy that is?
That looks delicious.
Now let's check our soft shells.
Stand back, everybody.
Stand back.
The crab is fighting back.
He's cooking with crab.
Cooking with crab.
All right, look how brown it is.
Looks
it's
perfect.
almost done right there. Now stand back again, Chris.
Tequila, anybody?
Just a little bit.
Voila.
Basically, I didn't catch my hair on fire. That's good. That's a positive thing. I got a little bit of southwestern spices because I like to kick it up a notch. I'm going to cover that back up. It's good to go. Basically, let's throw a couple limes in there for the citrus.
Okay, hey, let's talk about the bodybuilding event coming up. Are you ready? Wes is going to show it off, everybody.
Yeah. May 5th, me and Levi Burge right there. He's the world natural bodybuilding champion. And
that's not you, Wes?
That's not me. That's Levi. Levi's my trainer. He set me up on this diet and everything. And you know what? I always knew the theory of it, but I tell you what, when you apply the theory, the changes came about so fast, and he's really been great with training with me. And I've never even been to a bodybuilding competition, but I am going to do one.
So you're a little bit nervous.
I would say I'm a little bit nervous.
Why are you nervous? Is it the posing? Is it the
outfit?
Is it getting in front of people?
I've never been in front of 500 people with my
You're in
underwear on.
front of a whole lot of, well, imagine, they always say on your TV, imagine you're naked and everything will be fine.
Yeah, well, imagining it's one thing and doing it, well, it's a whole other level. All right, so basically I took the soft shells and I put them on a little bit of potato salad. Now we got the potatoes from the George Woods Farms up in Elizabeth City. Look at this, little guacamole, jumbo lump crab meat. Now that is quick. That took us about 4 minutes. We went soft shells all the way across. And you know what? I garnished with a tomato rose for Ariane.
There you go. Healthy and delicious as always. West Step never disappoints. Red Sky Cafe is open daily. Lunch, dinner, and cocktails at 1197 Duck Road in Duck, North Carolina. Reservations and information, go to www.redskycafe.com or call them at 252-261-8646. Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina, only a road trip away. Wes, awesome. Can't wait to try it.
All right, man.
We will be expecting pictures from your bodybuilding competition.
Got it.
Just putting that out there. All right. Well, today Carrie, of course, is doing something to help babies, but recently she spent some time at an organization known for helping animals. And whether you're ready to adopt a dog or a cat, or you just want to increase your knowledge and appreciation for animals, the Peninsula SPCA is the perfect place. Here's this week's postcard from Hampton Roads.
Well, as cute as he may be, this cat is not up for adoption here at the Peninsula SPCA because he's a black leopard, one of the exotic animals that you can find and visit when you come to the shelter. I want to introduce you to Billy Haupt. Boy, the animals, they really like you.
They've been here several years, been taking care of them for years. And, this is Shadow. He's been here since 1999. He come here when he was 10 weeks old, bottle fed and hand raised.
Wow. Here. So we had some fun feeding the otters earlier this morning. And look at, he's feeling kind of playful. What do you think people are most surprised about when they come here and see animals that they don't normally get to see?
Well, I think like you said, they can't usually see them. And when they come here and they see the way he is, he's not as wild as a lot of wild cats are. He's more or less domestic type. But I mean, we can't go in a cage and wrestle with him like we'd like.
But people can still look at him?
They can still look at him. He jumps up to get a big kick out of watching him try and jump through his tire in there.
Yeah. Probably better for visitors to admire him from the outside, but people can get into the barnyard if they would like an up-close encounter. Well, it is breakfast time here at the Peninsula SPCA. We're with some of our barnyard friends because aside from the shelter, there's also a petting zoo here and a place to really interact with the animals. I want to introduce you to Leslie Magner, who swears that these goats are not going to eat me as long as I keep the ice cream cones coming. Thanks for letting the Hampton Roadshow come on in today.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about what goes on here on a daily basis and
what's available to folks who want to come and visit?
Well, anyone's welcome to come in, and we have a lot of, as you can see, goats and llamas, and there's a lot of birthday parties that can be held here, and just a real good chance for the kids to get involved and see what comes of being a responsible goat owner. And then, of course, they can take a tour of our kennel to see our adoptable dogs and cats.
This one has had like 14, no more for you. But when people come and visit, they can also feed the animals?
Yes, we have little kind of like bubblegum machines, and then they can have like our little goats and feed them grains and really just get a hands-on experience, and that really creates a bond, a special bond between children or adults, and you know, get a chance to pet animals that they don't get a chance to regularly.
It is kind of, hey, get out of my bucket, you! Hey, hey! So it's like $2 to come in here. That is a bargain.
Yeah, that's
for a fun experience.
That's all it takes, and they can just
behind me.
Have
Hello. Would you like some too?
Have this bonding experience. And then when they also come back, they can have a chance to get an educational background of our animals and what it takes to take care of them also.
And the money that is raised from the petting zoo for that small fee to come in and interact with the animals goes to help the animals inside that are up for adoption, right?
Yes, and we also encourage birthday parties. That's a lot of fun for children or adults to have a different birthday party.
All right, well, as soon as you feel up to managing a hungry crowd, come up to the Peninsula SPCA, come into the petting area, and when you get here, tell them the Hampton Roadshow sent you. That's much better manners. Much better.
Of course, the Peninsula SPCA, the petting zoo, you can check it out Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 5:30 in the afternoon. Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4:30. You can also find them at 523 J. Clyde Morris in Newport News. They're also online at peninsulaspca.org, or just give them a call, 595-1399. And we want to mention, you know, we're on Twitter at HR_show. You can also follow Carrie during the walk, and that is at wavy_eagle_walk. And if you're already following us on Twitter, you can also just go to our site and click on the link and follow her and just kind of get some updates of her throughout her journey, 70-mile journey at that.
Wow, it's a long way.
One foot in front of the other.
That's right.
Iron legs. That's right. All right, let's take a look at the pop quiz for today. Here's the 4 clues in case you missed it. A male deer, a bunch of fish eggs, a sandy area, and a place on the peninsula. So a little wordplay on this one. It's a toughie, but it's a fun one.
You spelled it out for us, though,
yeah?
I believe.
What do you think?
Is it Buckrow Beach?
That's right, yeah. Buck
All right.
Row is the fish eggs, and then beach is the last one. Sorry, Mike. There we go. Buckrow Beach. There you go.
And today's winner is going to receive that awesome American Idol hoodie.
Yeah.
And it actually has the little in the sleeves. You can put your thumbs through it, and you can text on it.
All right, let's try the soft shell crab. You're going to eat one. She's going to eat one when we come back. You're going to eat one. I promise you.
All right. Now or never.
Here it comes.
And I get fed from the chef. Ooh.
From Wes.
You good, darling.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Chef Wes at Red Sky Cafe does enough.
Seasoned really well. I just keep thinking about the little crab rolling around.
Wes, great job as always.
Thank you so much.
Poor girl.
Hey, I want to thank our audience. 200+ men. Their Scholars Breakfast is going to take place in May. We'll have all the information about how you can get involved. Of course, Dr. Lehman from pediatrician as well. All that information on Baby Week.
Pediatrics affiliates of Hampton Roads. Great advice on newborns. Thank you for everybody for watching this morning. Chef Wes Stepp, always Red Sky Cafe. Go down and say hi to Wes.
And bodybuilder, give us some moves.
All right.
All right. Follow Carrie. She's on her walk. We'll see you tomorrow.